Hi YouTube, Timothy Younger here. In this video, we're going to cover Python dictionaries. I'm going to create dictionaries out of my favorite TV show, which is Supernatural. If you're following along, pick something you're interested in and try and create dictionaries out of that. As always, because it's a video, you can pause and go back and take some time if a concept is not making sense to you. Okay, let's get started. So first, I want to talk about the basic structure of a dictionary. Okay, so I'm going to make a little comment or a doc string up here, and I'm going to say we're going to start. We have some dictionary name, okay, and then to create the dictionary, we're going to set that equal to an open and closing curly braces, and then we'll indent, and we'll have some key name, a colon, and then a value. Okay. Then again, we'll indent, we'll have some key name, a colon, a value. Again, we'll indent, key name, for however many key names we have. All right. So that's going to be our basic structure for our dictionary. Now, like I said, I want to create my dictionaries out of Supernatural Characters, which is a TV show that I love. You can do it with whatever you want. So I'm going to start with my first dictionary, which is going to be based off of one of the characters named Castiel. Okay, and we're going to set that equal to opening and closing curly braces. His type is going to be a string called Angel. Okay, his age is going to be an integer, and that's 400 million. He's an angel, of course. And his status is going to be another string, which is alive. Now, he's been killed several times in the show, but brought back by God and various other characters. Okay, so the next character is that I'm going to create a dictionary out of is Dean. Okay, and he's going to have a type, which is a string, human. He's going to have an age, much more reasonable, 41. And his status, unfortunately, is dead. Okay. We'll create one more dictionary like this, and I'll base it off the character Crowley. He has a type equal to the string demon. He has an age equal to 356, and his status is dead. Okay. All right. So we can output a dictionary's some value for a dictionary if we pass in the key into the dictionary. So if I want to print Crowley's age, for instance, I can type print and then the name of the dictionary, Crowley, and then the key in square brackets, which is age. Okay. So if I run this, I'll save this file. If I run this, it should print 356. So let's open eShell. I'm using Emacs. You can use whatever you want, but you should have access to a terminal. And I'm going to run, well, first off, I'm going to list off, and you see that I created the file python_dictionaries.py. So I'm just going to type python3 and then hit tab to autocomplete that. And I'll run it, and you'll see it prints out 356. Okay. So that's how you access a value within the dictionary using the key. Okay. I'm going to exit that. Okay. So we can also assign a variable to a key. So we can say something like character underscore status equals status. Okay. This is going to assign the key of status to the variable character status. And if I wanted to say print out Castiel's character status or status, I could use the variable I can first do the traditional way, Castile, and then pass in the key status. Or I can also print Castiel and pass in just character status. And I don't need to have character status in single quotes there. So I'm going to save that. And now I'm going to run this, and it should print alive twice, okay, after Crowley's age, which is, 356, okay? So let's open up eShell. I'm going to run this program with Python 3 and then the name of the program, and you'll see 356 alive, okay? So you'll see either way I do it, whether I print with the variable assigned to the key or the actual key name itself, I can get the same result. Pretty cool, right? All right, so this doesn't get too messy. Let's comment out some lines here. So let me go here and just comment this out, comment this out, comment this out, and comment this out. Okay, and we can also print the length of a dictionary. So if we want to do that, like other lists that are covered in Python, we use the len method. So if I want to print the length of the Crowley dictionary, for instance, I would type len and then pass in the name Crowley. Okay. If I save this, well, I'll show you what we get. So if we run this program again, we get 3 because there's 3 keys within the list, or within the dictionary rather. Okay. All right. So let's exit back out of that. Now, if I try and print a key that is not in the dictionary, I'm going to get just none. Okay, so let's try that. So let's print, let's see, let's print demeanor in Crowley. So we can check. This is more like a check. Is the key demeanor in Crowley? And what's going to happen is it's going to print none. Okay. So I'm going to save it, and then I'm going to run eShell, and actually it prints false. Sorry. So yeah, it's not in the dictionary. Okay. All right. Okay, let's also so let's talk about, if we print something that is not in the dictionary using a get function. So a get function will also get a certain key. So let's try print dean.get, and we'll get the status key. Okay, and I'm going to actually, let's comment these out. Okay, and let's save. Let's now run eShell, and if we run this, we get his status, which is dead. Okay, now if we try and print, say, dean.get demeanor, which is not a key in there, we should get none this time. Okay, I promise. Let's save it, and let's run eShell, and we get none. Okay, all right. Okay, so, all right, let's actually comment these out as well. Okay. We can also use a method or a message. We can pass a message into the get method so that if it's not in the list, it will display that message versus none. So for instance, we know that status is in the list, but let's just show you how you would do that with status. So we could print dean.get and then pass in status. Then to display this message, we'd put a parentheses and then something like sorry, I can't, and what I want to do is an escape character, I can't find that key. Something like that, okay? So if we run this, we're going to get dead, right? But I'll show you in a minute where it will print out the message. So let's first run this, and we'll just show you it still works. Okay, so we still get dead, all right? So if we exit back out of this, and now we print, let's do Crowley.get demeanor, which we know we don't have, and then we pass in the message, sorry, I can't find that key. Okay, now let's save it. Let's run eShell. What we should get is dead, and then sorry, I can't find that key. So dead, sorry, I can't find that key, and instead of none. So you can display a message that's a little bit more descriptive than none, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go here and comment this out and comment this out. And we can also change the value of a key. So we could say Dean, and to change the key, we have to put the key within square brackets. So we put status and then equals. We'll set it to a string in heaven. Okay, and now let's print Dean.get, and we'll get his status. Okay, and now when we run this, it should print in heaven. So let's run that, and it prints in heaven. Okay, so we've changed Dean's status from dead to in heaven. All right. All right, let's comment these out. Okay. Now we can actually add or change a key. So we can use the .update method. And what we can do is we can say something like Dean.update, then we pass in parentheses, then we've got to use curly braces, and we want to pass in the key we want to either add or change, which is status, and let's change it to alive. Now let's print Dean.get, and we'll print his status, and it should print now alive. Okay, so let's run this program, and we see it prints alive. Okay, all right, let's comment these out. All right. Now we could also add a key with this update. So we could do Dean.update, pass in the inside the parentheses, we have the curly braces, and then we want to change, we want to add a key. So let's add demeanor, and let's put cool. Okay. And now let's go and print the entire Dean dictionary, and we do that with just print Dean. And so now I'm going to save this, and we'll run it. And you see that we have the type, the key type, the value human, the key age, the value 41, the key status, the value dead, because we commented that other stuff out, the key demeanor, and the value cool. So it's added this. So we can add that with the update method. Pretty cool. All right. And all right. So we can also loop through a dictionary, printing the keys. Now I've commented out the update. So Dean is going to be back to 3 keys, the original 3 keys. So I could say for item in Dean, we're going to print the item. Okay, let's save this, and let's run eShell. And you see we've actually got, right now, what we're printing is the key. Okay, so we ran through and printed the keys. All right. All right. Now, if we want to print out the values, let's comment this stuff out. We can use another for loop. We can say for item in dean.values, and we want to close that, open and close parentheses because it's a method. And we're going to print the item. Okay, so let's save this, and let's now run this in eShell. Okay, so now if we run this, we get human, 41, and dead. We get the values associated with those keys in the previous example. All right, so let's exit out of that. Let's comment this out. Okay. All right. We can print the keys and the values if we with another for loop. So let's do that. So we'll say for characteristic in, now it doesn't matter, the characteristic is just a variable name. We're going to use Dean and then the dot items method. And then we're going to print the characteristic. Okay. Let's save this and let's run it. And you'll see it prints out the key and the value. So the key value pairs it prints out. All right, pretty cool. All right, let's comment this out. Okay. We can also change this when we print out the key value pairs to have to show it a little bit better formatted. So I could say something like for key comma value in dean.items. We would print, then we could print the key to a comma equals comma value. Okay, so let's see what this does. All right, so now if we run it, we get type equals human, age equals 41, status equals dead. So that's a lot better formatting than when we had it in parentheses like before. Okay, so that's one thing we can do. Let's comment this out. All right. We can also copy a dictionary with the copy method. So in one of the later seasons, the alternate world Michael comes in and takes control of Dean. So if I want to copy the Dean dictionary, I can say alternate underscore world underscore Michael equals Dean.copy. And if we print alternate world Michael, so we'll save this, run eShell. We print alternate world Michael, we get the Dean dictionary. So type is human, age is 41, status is dead. Okay. But in one of the seasons, Jack gets rid of alternate world Michael. So we can clear the alternate world Michael dictionary with the .clear method. Okay, so now if I print alternate world Michael, we can run this, and we'll see that first we've copied the dictionary, and now we have cleared the dictionary of all the key value pairs. Okay, let's exit from that, and let's just comment all this stuff out. Okay, so let's use the pop method. So we can use the pop method to store a particular key's value in a variable. So let's say Castiel's underscore status is our variable, and we take the Castiel dictionary and we pop off the status key, and now we print Castiel's status. Let's save this and let's run it. And we see that we get the value alive. Okay, so that pop that value and put it into the variable. All right. Okay. All right. We can also use a standard set of keys, and let me comment this out, to create a dictionary. So let's just say we have a standard set of keys, which is character, and we've got type, human, age, 30. Let's say these are our generic variables, alive, okay, demeanor, let's just say whiny. Okay, so that's our standard character dictionary, and we can create a dictionary from that. So let's create a dictionary called Michael, and we'll use dict, D-I-C-T, and then the from keys method, character dot keys. Okay, and now we're going to print Michael. Okay, let's save this and let's run this. So we're getting a type is none, age is none, status is none, demeanor is none. So we're getting just the keys, but not the values. Okay, so we can use that to create a list. All right, let's exit out of that. And let's comment this out, but keep that character there. Okay, and so from keys only gives us the keys, okay? And then the values are none. But let's do the same thing. Let's do one with Raphael. We'll say dict.from keys, character dot keys, and then we'll change some of the values. Okay, so we'll say Raphael, and we'll use set default method, and we'll say that the type is angel. We'll do Raphael again, dot set default, age, and we'll pass in, we'll give them the same age as Castiel, so 400 million years. Do Raphael again, set default, status, dead. Oops, bring that back. And Raphael dot set default. We'll give him a title, ruler of heaven. Okay. And now let's print the Raphael dictionary. Okay, and let's save it and run it. And we see that the only thing that's going to change is the one that we added, okay, with that method. So the only thing that changes is the title. Okay, so if we wanted to change some of the other things, we could do Raphael.update. We could do type. And then if we look above, when we use the update method, where did we use that? we got to put the curly braces, right? So we've got to go here. First off, put the curly braces, and then type colon angel. Okay. Let's print Raphael again, and you'll see that that changes. Okay. So now we have type is angel. So we have to use update. Even if we set the default, if we've taken it already from that using the from keys method, we're only going to change what we add or what we update. Okay. All right. Last thing I want to talk about is just a little bit about nesting dictionaries. So I've got, a ton of stuff I created here. Let's just run a macro here and comment this stuff out. So I'll do, let's see, Control A to get to the start of the line, put a comment in there, and then let's end the macro and let's do the macro. Okay, just comment all these out. All right. Okay, so I've created a lot of dictionaries that I had up there. Let's actually go back to the top and let's just, go through, comment all this stuff out. Okay, so now I have no dictionaries, but I could nest dictionaries in an overall dictionary. So let's do that, and let's create an overall dictionary called supernatural _ characters. And we're going to do the open and closing curly braces. We're going to start with the key, which is the dictionary we want to nest in there. So the first key is going to be Dean. We're going to have a colon, but then we're going to pass in the value, which is going to be a dictionary. So we're going to have a type, which is human, age, which is 41, status, let's have it in heaven. And let's also have the demeanor in here. Let's add another one. And we'll say cool. Okay. So that's one dictionary that we've passed into this overall dictionary. To get the next one, we have to have a comma here after each value pair, except for the last one, key value pair. And we're going to pass in the next key, which is going to be Sam. Sam is also going to be a dictionary, and he'll be of type human, age 38, status in heaven, and demeanor will be whiny. Okay. Now we have another comma if we want to create one more nested dictionary. Let's do Crowley. So we're going to do Crowley. And actually, I want to put his name in single quotes. So Crowley, and then quote, and we're passing in the Crowley dictionary now as the value. So that's type is demon. Age is 356. Status is dead. And demeanor is evil. Okay. So those are three characters nested. Their dictionaries are nested in an overall dictionary. So how might I start to access these? So let's first start with printing. Actually, let's create a for loop. For character in supernatural characters, we use the dot keys. Okay, we're going to print the character. Okay, let's save this and let's run it. And we actually got an error. So line 114, dict has no attribute key. Okay, let me exit out of here and I typed in key. I should have typed in keys. Sorry. Okay. Now let's rerun that again. And let's go. So we get the keys, which are Dean, Sam, and Crowley. Okay. All right. That's cool. Just comment these two lines out. We'll keep that overall nested dictionary. Let's say for key in supernatural characters dot keys. I'm going to make sure the dot keys. Print the key plus, then we'll print a semicolon, and then we'll print a bunch of spaces here, plus a string of the supernatural characters. The key, we'll pass in what the key is, and then we'll pass in the type. So the first key is going to be the name, either Dean, Sam, or Crowley. The second one is going to be what type they are, which is Dean's human, Sam's human, and Crowley's demon, right? So it should print that out. And let's actually save this, and we'll just run it. And you'll see, so it says Dean, human, Sam, human, Crowley, human. Okay? All right. Now we can add a few things. I'll just add a few things, and then I think we'll wrap it up. So we'll also print, I'm just doing some spacing here for formatting, plus do a string, supernatural characters, and then we'll pass in the key, whatever the key is, which is Sam, Dean, or Crowley again, and then the age key with inside the key, right? Let's do a few more things here. Let's print, we'll do some spacing here for formatting, plus supernatural characters, a key, and this is already a string. So I really didn't need to do that with the type, just the age, because I want to concatenate a string to a string. That's why I had to change the age, which is an integer, to a string. I didn't need to do it for here, but didn't hurt any. But anyways, in case you're wondering why I did that. So then we're going to do the status, and let's finally do the demeanor. Okay, let's save this, and then let's run it. And now we see we get each of the little facts about each of those keys in the overall list. So Dean, Sam, and Crowley, the keys in the overall list, we get the values from the keys that are in those keys, right? So we have the Dean, which is the key in the overall dictionary, and then he has a key of type in his dictionary. We're getting that value human, the value 41, the value in heaven, the value cool, okay? And we're getting that for each of these. Okay, so that's how we can loop through and print these out in a nested dictionary. So I think I'll stop the video here. That's not an all-inclusive video on dictionaries, but it should give you a good start. I would, if I was trying to learn this stuff, play around with it a little bit, watch different parts of the video again if you're confused, and just experiment with things that you're interested in. And so I'm going to end the video. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. The likes really help to get the video out there, so that really helps the algorithm. So please like the video. And also in my description, I'll leave links to my social platforms in case you want to follow me there. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one.